Yo, the month of November was a pivotal and important month for Cryptocito, but also for Cosmos, Atom, and the broader Cosmos ecosystem. There were a lot of fruitful discussions at the conference, and I think a lot of these teams that haven't seen each other for many years are now starting to collaborate and maybe turn some of the ideas and discussions from Cosmoverse into code. I also think that during Cosmoverse, the idea to kind of like offload the Gravity DEX from the Cosmos Hub is now becoming more and more of a reality that might turn into the own chain of the Gravity DEX, and then the Cosmos Hub would focus more on providing interchain services such as IBC routing, such as interchain security, right? In today's video though, I want to talk more about upcoming airdrops, the month of December. There's going to be a lot of exciting launches, right? The current LBP on Osmosis with Comdex and much more. So if you're excited about this, make sure, number one, to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Number two, also go over to Cryptocito Clips, Cryptocito, and subscribe to that channel as well. And number three, also make sure to watch this entire thing. Right, so quick roundup from November. Like I said, the conference was a huge success. We had more than 700 people show up. Even Do Kwon, the founder of Terra, showed up. A lot of big people like Kylie Samani was there, early Solana supporter and investor, right? A lot of different ecosystems. We had people from Aave, people from Near, people from Harmony, right? So a lot of people, and I think, at least I had the impression and the feeling that Cosmos is one of the most open ecosystems where everyone is kind of like interested to learn more about this IBC thing, learn more about the Cosmos SDK, about how interoperability works, right? Because in fact, it's quite the opposite to what Polkadot is trying to do, for example, with their relay chain, parachain model, and Cosmos is entirely built different, right? But without going into depth here, just a roundup, I think November was huge. A lot of people that haven't seen each other in years got the chance to catch up again, talk things about how to leverage their products, how to also build maybe something together and join forces. And at the conference, we also had a couple of airdrops that were confirmed. One of them, for example, is the Desmos airdrop. And I highly encourage you to go over to Confident in Crypto, to Liam's YouTube channel. He's an absolute legend, Cosmos YouTuber, breaks alphas very, very early on. So make sure to go over to his channel, subscribe. And also he's going to show you how to claim your Desmos airdrop. So the first thing I want to cover here is the ongoing Comdex LBP. For those who are not familiar with what LBPs are and how to participate, I want to just recap this article here, which explains it basically. And for those that are new to Osmosis, which is where this LBP is taking place, LBP stands for Liquidity Bootstrapping Pool, or you can say the LBE, Liquidity Bootstrapping Event. Osmosis is a revolutionary interchain DEX, the first one that implements IBC, the Inter-Blockchain Communication Protocol, which is Cosmos interoperability standard. And in that DEX, you can also create a new pool of a coin that you want to launch, right? So this is what you call bootstrapping liquidity. And in that process, you also have a sort of price finding mechanism, right? So because initially nothing has a price, right? So the best way to do that, or one of the fairer ways I would say to do that, instead of having a token sale with a preset price, is to just provide a pool, in this case with Atom and Comdex, CMDX, put it into a pool, and then let the community decide what the price is, right? And the way it works is that there's a curve and there's a time limit. We can look into it in a second. And then with the time, the price goes down and the people can choose to purchase coins. And in that process, there will be a price finding, a fair price that will then, when the liquidity bootstrapping event is over, determine the kind of like first price, right? So why do they do that? Because they believe an LBP is a great way to find, to provide a fair opportunity to a larger community, right? Which is kind of like in the sense of what Cosmos is, to find a fair token price, have a fair launch, right? Not route through centralized exchanges, also not route through direct token sales. So I think that's very cool. This is actually, I think, the second one. The first one was Regen Network. They also had an LBP, I think, right in the first or second week when Osmosis came out. So this is day one today. They just launched. And as the price continues to decline, we started with a high price and now it's going down gradually over time. a larger number of buyers can get involved and maintain the acceptable price. And also, if you already bought, you can just keep buying at lower prices over the next couple of days. It is also possible for the final target price to be seen as too high, causing a fall in demand for the asset, right? So there's a target price that is kind of like at the very end of this LBP. Depending on how the demand is for this coin, the market will then decide at which price they will launch, right? So this is kind of like the way that you can find the price here. And if we go over here to Osmosis, we can actually see that currently the Comdex atom pool is active. It started with a weight of 10 atom for 90 CMDX, and the end weight is 50/50. Start time was 1 a.m. UTC today, and end time is December 6th, so it's actually only 3 days, which is a short time, but I think still, everyone who was waiting and eager to get involved here has a chance to get coins very early on. And the total supply of CMDX tokens is 200 million, so at a price of $5, it would put it at a $1 billion total fully diluted evaluation. I think only a small percentage of the coins is actually going to be given out in the beginning. However, one big chunk of that is reserved for an airdrop, which you can already check if you're eligible. And in order to check your eligibility, you go here on airdrop.comdex.one, and you can find that if you type in your addresses here, either one of these chains, the Cosmos Hub, Terra, Osmosis, or Persistence, you can type in your address here or copy paste it, and then you can see how many coins you will receive. And then you can also see, do you want to like add to that stack, or do you want to, are you happy and satisfied with what you already got, right? So basically, if the price is $5 and you already get 100 coins through the airdrop, and then you would want to purchase another 100 coins, you could actually cut that price in half, whatever you pay in the LBP, because these coins you got for free, right? This is free money. So anyways, there's different ways and angles to consider this from. Always make sure you really understand what you're buying, and also that you understand how the prices on the LBP are actually fluctuating, and that they are decreasing with the time, right? So this is the point here. And also, I think this is a great use case for Osmosis, that you could actually bootstrap liquidity. It's kind of a launch pad for new coins and new chains in the Cosmos ecosystem. Anyway, Comdex, I'm a big fan. We're also running a node actually with Stakecito. So once you receive your coins and receive your airdrop, and once the LBP is over, you can also delegate to us at Stakecito. I think we're in the top 30 already. That said, let's move on to the next thing, which is Evmos. And Evmos, for those who do not know, is an EVM compatible Cosmos chain that also implements IBC and enables full compatibility with everything that happens on Ethereum, or in everything that has EVM compatibility, right? Such as Avalanche or even Binance Smart Chain, right? So really exciting stuff here. One of the most highly anticipated projects for, I think, many years now in the meantime. I also had the pleasure to meet the entire team in Lisbon. They're really cool. The company behind, which is Tarsis, is led by Federico, Akash, and Liam. So these guys are really cool. And I just encourage you to like stay up to date with that one and give them a follow. They're about to cross 10K here on Twitter. And their launch is, I think, scheduled for mid-December. So I think 2-3 weeks from now. And they just launched their incentivized testnet on November 26th. So this is the last phase before they now go into the mainnet. One of the things that you can already do here is if you click on view testnets, which I already did, and then you can see here the testnet chains, Axelar, which I just had on my channel here with Sergey Gorbunov. We talked a lot about interoperability, about cross-chain communication and all these kind of things. You can now also see Evmos, and if you click on stake, you can also see how many nodes are currently validating in the testnet, right? And as you can see, there's quite a lot of them, right? There's quite a lot of nodes. It's actually 300, right? So this is absolutely nuts. The demand for this product is just huge. It's basically the Moonbeam of Cosmos, right? If you missed out on Moonriver and Moonbeam on the Polkadot ecosystem and you think, hey, this is actually cool, it makes a lot of sense to bridge Substrate with EVM. Now we have Tendermint with EVM, right? And this also means with advanced interoperability that technically you could also launch, you could also bridge substrate chains over to Cosmos, right? And then through Evmos also with EVM compatibility. So this is really exciting. There's also a couple of projects already building on that. For example, one of them is Composable Finance, I think they're called. They're also building a bridge between Substrate and Evmos. So really exciting stuff, and also going to implement IBC. Anyways, we're also going to launch a node for the mainnet with Stakecito on Evmos, so that you can also delegate to us right away and help to decentralize. But this chain is already crazy. The demand for, from the validator perspective is pretty cool. Evmos, really exciting stuff to keep an eye on. Speaking of Ion, this is one of the coolest, I think, most experimental coins that I've seen in a long time. ION, which is a native coin built in the Osmosis Genesis along with Osmo. I think Sunny had this last minute idea and just thought it's cool to like add this and then see what the community decides to do with it, right? It's an experiment. It was also airdropped to SICA delegators and also to governance participants and those kind of things. The cool thing, or the interesting thing, is that many of the ions that were airdropped or supposed to be airdropped never got claimed, right? So the total supply, the max supply, is 21,000, say 300 coins. And I think 60, 70, or even 80% of the coins have never been claimed, right? So the actual circulating supply of ions is only 4,000 or 5,000 coins, right? Which is incredibly scarce. And given that there's right now an ongoing hackathon, like I said in the intro, where there are bonus points if you incorporate Ion into a product built on Osmosis, then that this could mean huge utility for Ion, and potentially the whole OHM fork and Olympus DAO is kind of like potentially an application scenario for Ions. Anyways, I loaded up a lot of Ions at around $2,000. I'm not sure if that was a good idea, if that was a good entry. No financial advice, of course. You're old enough and smart enough to take your own decisions, your own accountability also, right? That's the biggest thing in crypto. Don't just blindly buy anything that any YouTuber or any other person in crypto says. Just take your own conclusions and act accordingly. But yeah, it's a pure community coin, decentralized liquidity, decentralized access to it. You actually can only get it on Osmosis as far as I'm aware. And then two more things as we wrap this video up. Loom Network, another project that is going to launch their mainnet this month, in the month of December, and also with an airdrop for cosmonauts. So you can also check that here at airdrop.loom.network. Put in your Cosmos or your Osmosis address and see how many Loom you are eligible to claim, right? This is going to be another very interesting, exciting project that I'm looking forward to. I also have Sarah on my channel very soon. So we're already in talks to find a date for our interview. Maybe around the Genesis, so let's see. They've also been at Cosmoverse. That was really cool to meet the entire team there, or at least a big chunk of their team. They're from France. So yeah, Loom Network, check them out, follow them on Twitter, and engage in the community if you want to learn more. All right, and lastly, I want to wrap up this video with the Juno Moneta upgrade, which is coming on December 15th, which will enable interoperable smart contracts on the Juno mainnet. And there's going to be a lot of interesting projects built on Juno, right? Such as, for example, the NFT marketplace from Strange Clan, but also other coins and other products on top of Juno. I think the key foundation, the key project, they have a lot of things in the pipeline to be built upon Juno. I also had Reda on my channel to talk about this in depth, so check that one out as well. And yeah, it's just exciting to see all these chains come to real life, right? I think we already seen something and cool things, and Osmosis has been killing it. But now that Juno is around the corner, Loom is launching, Evmos is launching, Axelar is coming, the Cosmos Hub proceeding with interchain security, right? And all these things, I think, in my opinion, is incredibly bullish for Atom, but also for the broader Cosmos ecosystem. And I recommend also as a strategy, I get this question a lot, yo, which coin am I more bullish on? Which coin should I buy? Personally, I'm a huge Atom bull. My Atom bag is actually twice the size of my Osmo bag, even though my Osmo accumulate faster because the staking rewards are so high and the APRs on LPing is so high on Osmosis, right? But still, I'm holding a lot of different coins, a lot of different Cosmos ecosystem coins. Also just disclosed that I made a larger purchase of DVPN tokens, Sentinel, another big project that I'm Exciting to see launch. They also just announced that they have been approved by Apple to launch their new app, which is going to be fully on Cosmos. The current one is still on Ethereum. They just migrated everything over to Cosmos. So there's so many things, so many projects, Region Network, IXO, and even Akash, right? Persistence, Comdex, P-Stake. So much that's right now already live, but also so much that is still coming up. So be subscribed to this channel. I think this is the best recommendation I can give to you. I have a lot of the founders and project leaders here, and also I will share my strategies, my views, my insights every now and then. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and be good.